Akwa Okuko. If you remember, I once called out this guy. So the governor said he does not want to see anybody doing any ritual or anything around the river bank.
Because when you plead guilty, the magistrate no longer don't need any law to hold you again. So he pleaded guilty according to which section law of Nigeria did you use to sentence him?
I must bring an end to it. That's why in January last year, I went past here law. Didn't Oke-ite, didn't the wine, didn't of course,
what you did that man is not a sentence. What you did that man is abuse and intoxication of power.
Specifically, the juju called Oke-ite are buying a lot of young and innocent people in Anambra State because of money rituals.
11 months in prison. What's your response to this judgment? Are you okay with it?
Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News Gist and Blog. This one is quite funny. This native doctor, the Anambra State native doctor, Akwa Okuko, I don't know what they call him. Anyway, you know, the guy was trending, riding on Rolls Royce, Ferrari, Lamborghini, you know, riding on Lexus, Range Rover, all kinds of cars, living a flashing life, spraying money until he was nabbed. And they arrested him for all the atrocity, for doing odeshi for armed robbers to go and do kidnapping or rob, for doing all kinds of voodoos, for ritualists, or the Yahoo boys, for all the things. All of you know the story behind them. Now, he was later convicted and he was sentenced to 11 months imprisonment. And for that 11 months, it comes with a condition. And the condition is that he will be repented, he will become a youth ambassador, he will not practice his share or voodoo or anything that have to do with juju. He will not do it. And no, they give him a certain condition that will make him to even become a pastor. And I want you guys to watch the video.
Specifically, the juju called Oke-ite. Now, that's Oke-ite. I think it has to do with success and money making, but it has been misinterpreted, and a lot of people are buying a lot of young and innocent people in Anambra State because of money rituals. So the governor said he does not want to see anybody doing any ritual or anything around the river bank. Now, because of this, it prompted them to start arresting some native doctors in Anambra State. They have also made them to arrest this popular one called Akwa Okuko. If you remember, I once called out this guy where he collected money for somebody, and guess what? It was about that Oke-ite again. That same thing that the governor said does not want to see. It was about that one again, where that guy said he paid him for something, he didn't do it, and upon that they even beat him up on it. But when I called him out to return the money, but that's not the story. So they arrested him because of this video.
Onye ọbụla na-agbazelu nnọọ ọgwụ ọsọ, onye ọbụla na-agbazelu Oke-ite ọsọ na-eme ebe a. Ana m agwa Oke-ite na o nwere ọgwụ ma na-agwọrọ ọgwụ eji enwe ego, ọgwụ for success. Mana ọ bụrụ ọkwa ọ bụ na o nwere ebe na-arị chọba akwa, mana ọ mụ kwetara na mụ na-agwọ ọgwụ.
Then again, does it mean that all those money where this guy they spray, all those big money where they carry, you understand, does it mean that's not fake? And all those things where they claim say they make people rich, does it mean that fake? Do you understand? But that's not the problem. The only problem I have with this is that the governor is doing 90% good, but the 10% that is doing now that is bad, is trying to use that one to spoil his 90% work. Now, what's the 10%? You cannot wake up in the morning and say you don't want to see people around the river bank performing sacrifice. No, some people need to connect to their ancestors. That is you stepping on their fundamental human rights, their rights to religion.
Now, do you know what baffles me in most of these things? When somebody that is serving juju, you willingly said, I don't want to do this juju again, I want to repent, and you abandon your juju and give your life to Christ in some cases, or you didn't give your life to Christ, you just want to live a normal life. They say this juju will come after you, this juju will excuse you, this juju will make you run mad, this juju will do all those things. I think guys heard a lot of stories regarding to that incident. Some people will say, oh, because you set fire on your juju, you say no one serve them again, you burn your juju, definitely the juju will come after you, start tormenting you. Some people cannot even bear the torment. They will have to go back and start serving the juju. But why is it that if government come for juju, And the juju no do government anything. You see how the government ridicule the juju and set the juju on fire and burn the juju to ashes. And yeah, the juju no go torment government. Is it like the juju they do selective people when they wish hunt? Or the juju no they catch government? I don't really know. I'm just asking for a friend. Now, anyway, despite all those things that is happening, and this particular man now is not a changed man. Even if he's going to be a changed man, still have to serve his J. This is him in the court when they were passing the judgment. You have to be of your best behavior. You have to show remorse of repentance. Even if you come out now, we normally use it a year, say you practice juju. Those are the plea D. If you practice some again, that your house will your live now. Only your juju will carry now, but the house will come bulldozer and will give a bevelo from those states to come and bulldozer it for you. And the guy accepted and said, I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow him. No turning back. Anyway, what do you guys think? Before then, I want you guys to listen to what his lawyer said. We'll be right back.
Sylvester Obuedo Iwoba.
Okay, now that your client has been sentenced to 2 years, what's
As we said this too.
11 months in prison.
Okay.
What's your response to this judgment? Are you okay with it?
Yes, there is no way I will tell you that I'm not okay with it because it is a plea bargain agreement. That was the agreement was signed with the government when we agreed on the issue of plea bargain. And the government kept to their own side by sentencing him 11 months imprisonment. That is our agreement with them. We don't have anything against it.
In other words, what you're saying here is that there's no room for appeal. The case stops here.
How would there be a room for appeal where we consented for it? We made a bargain with them, so it's as small as consent judgment. So we agreed to it. So there's no need of going to an appeal. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, this is his lawyer giving account that it was a fair judgment. To them, it's nothing like, okay, we should go and make an appeal. Anyway, what are your take in all of this video you just watched? Do you think that it is wrong for the government to ban him for practicing his own belief? Or do you think it's a fair judgment for government to ban him? Regardless, you have the right to practice whatever you want to practice as long that you are not using it to cause harm in the nation or in the society in which you do it. So if you said you are practicing all those things and you are doing some fetish, juju, charm, jazz for people to go and be disturbing the peace of the public, you becomes a threat to the nation, especially in his own case, doing all kinds of ritual for Yahoo boys to be no ritual, stealing people's destiny, if that exists anyway. So you all know the whole story that is going on or that is behind politicians as well, patronizing these people in order to obtain society power or some fake pastors, obtaining powers from these people. You know the story. You are not new to all of this. Do you think for this reason the government should enforce more law to ban something like that? Or do you think no, everybody have rights to do whatever they want to do? This man have right to practice his religion, even if like your pikin they just do ritual, is right because a right to do the juju. Juju need to be sacrificed. So even if now your family they carry it, they appease the gods, now he right because he have to appease the gods is what he believe on. Oh, not be right again. Anyway, and I want you guys to watch the video.
Yesterday, 27th of February 2026, we all saw the news on the media that the popular Anambra State native doctor, in the person of Akwa Okuko Tiwara Aki, has been sentenced to 11 months imprisonment for pleading guilty to Oke-ite. And immediately after the judgment, the pressmen began to interview the barrister of Akwa Okuko Tiwara Aki. And they asked the barrister a very simple question. The law, do you intend to appeal this judgment that was given against your client? What is your intention? Will you appeal this judgment to free your client from this judgment? And the barrister replied, he says, no. We can't appeal against a judgment that we both agreed. This was an agreement between us and the government. So what you are seeing today is not a court judgment based on law. What you are seeing today was a demonstration of an already verdict that has been determined between us and the government before now. Number one, the judicial system of Nigeria is not trusting on the written constitution or the law to judge Akwa. They are trusting on the agreement reached between the people who arrested Akwa, which is Anambra State Government, and the man behind the constitutional law to determine what will become the verdict of the man. But at some point, I began to see deeper meaning into this story. Akwa Okuko Tiwara Aki was arrested 13 months ago, and a few weeks after his arrest, the government of Anambra State announced to the world that they are going to take his Oke-ite pot to forensic to determine if he has any blood. He uses human blood to do his medicine, so that they will have charges to hold against him, either for kidnapping or for human killing or anything. It's been 13 months. No news from the forensic was heard, meaning there was no blood in the pot. If Anambra State Government is sentencing Akwa because he pleaded guilty of Oke-ite, the question now is, what is the offense of Oke-ite? If Oke-ite is a charm that is done for human with human parts or human body system, and you are giving Akwa Okuko 11 months imprisonment for pleading guilty to Oke-ite, what you are simply saying is that you are now giving people freedom to go and kill, because 11 months imprisonment is too small for a man who is captured doing charm with human blood. If Akwa Okuko Tiwara Aki is found guilty of kidnapping or sponsoring kidnapping in Anambra State through his charm, and you sentence him to 11 months imprisonment, what you just made is a caricature of Nigerian justice system, because Nigerian justice system doesn't give 11 months imprisonment to kidnappers. No, it's a treason offense. That you offered him 11 months imprisonment was because the judgment is not based on constitution, but because you have arrested this man, knowing fully well that you have the upper hand against him, so you negotiated the judgment behind the back of the door. Omwa Light of Africa, the cooker of men, the one man that speaks truth regardless of whether it pains you or not. Akwa Okuko Tiwara Aki, like many other native doctors and pastors, is doing his own ways of charm. If you believe it is evil, if you believe it is crime, you arrest him and you charge him according to the law. Now, if you are asked, according to Nigerian constitution, what is the definition of Oke-ite? What will you say that is the definition? Define Oke-ite. And at what point did Oke-ite become evil? You know there is no way you could hold them responsible. So you kept on postponing their case the exact way Nigerian government was postponing the case of Nnamdi Kanu. And then you went at the back and told the man, if you want freedom, plead guilty. Because when you plead guilty, the magistrate no longer don't need any law to hold you again. So he pleaded guilty according to which section law of Nigeria did you use to sentence him. What you did that man is not a sentence. What you did that man is abuse and intoxication of power. So people who are liable of a human blood offense, who killed people to do charm, should be sentenced to 11 months imprisonment. Then you see people online who says they are preaching awakening, like my boss, and they says government of Anambra, we thank you for burning the house of Akwa. And you look at these people and you laugh. Our ancestors have told us the same thing that was done to Akwa will be done to you. It was never about Oke-ite. It was the war the Christians wage against those who don't believe in what they believe. Which one is Oke-ite? Relax now. When they finish Akwa, they will still catch you. I'm talking about the same people who said they are preaching awakening. Calm down. The same thing that Christians are doing to Akwa Okuko, they did it in Nsukka against Odo. For years, they took people, a certain part of the community against. Am I even talking about Nsukka? The one that is about to start in my village now is masquerade. The Christians want to tell the masquerade the age limit before you will join to the Christians are always waging war against those who doesn't believe in the same thing they believe. Are you telling me that Akwa is sponsoring you to misbehave or seek for miracle? What is one virgin doing in Enugu State, if not giving people the same power of to succeed? What are you doing in adoration, if not that you are looking for miracle and shortcuts to ways of life? The same governor that is calling Peter Mba to open the door for one virgin is the same governor that is calling Akwa Okuko Tiwara Aki that he's deceiving youth. What are you talking about deceiving youth? You want to reorient youth, and your own son is teaching gayism, a similitude of gay, a gay influencer to African youth outside Nigeria. A cook of men. That young guy get the highest quality Nigerian foreign standard rice and Nigerian foreign standard yam at the highest quality and cheapest price. Jim Nele Malaba 2 months and Anamelia very very cheap. 50 kg bag of rice for 51,000 naira. Anameleko palm oil, red original fresh palm oil. Anameleko very very cheap. 25 kg for 55,000 naira. Mbunya G2,000 or G2,500 or G3,500. Ibulujo ya bagalo. Number 080 622 92667. If Akwa is found guilty of using human blood, Akwa should be sentenced to life imprisonment based on Nigerian constitution of treating people who killed somebody or who is guilty of charm. But if you went behind the back door to tell the barrister that if they want the judgment to be done, that Akwa should plead, you even told them in the when you went to Oba, you told the youth of Oba that the person you are accusing have not yet accepted. That it's when he accepts, you will now know how to help him. So it was all a concrete agreement on. It is a shame to Nigerian law that what a magistrate or a judge steps up to pronounce before the people is not based on the concern of Nigeria, but on agreement with what was negotiated outside the law court. And you say you have a justice system. No, you are making caricature of Nigerian justice system. Show me a constitution about Oke-ite. Show me one single constitution about Oke-ite. In a moment, I'll be
waiting for you guys in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, comment your thoughts about this video you just watched. If you love us, please, me, I love you. I'm praying for you guys, because without you, this platform will not run. If I don't get views, I will be discouraged to make more videos. So you returning to watch, to like, to comment gives me more energy to do videos. Even when I'm tired, I still just want to do it, because I know there are people that are waiting to hear from me. I love you sincerely. The only way you can prove that you also like me or you love me, at the case maybe with the love of Christ or the love of whatever you believe on, is to keep on watching. You know, subscribe if you have not done so, like this video, comment your thoughts. I love to read you guys' comment. It engages me to know that you watch this video to a certain level, and like it and share it to any of your social media platform. If you do, God continue to bless you and strengthen you and make provision for you. May your pocket never runs dry. I love you. Until we meet again. Peace out.
If from Millie, if in a walk of my Amadile, yeah, go Buddha. And we must bring an end to it. That's why January last year, I went past here law. Didn't Oke-ite, didn't make the mind, didn't make God. I of course, money done an email kita and the Oke-ite. Obodo Megane. On the man na borrow for Okwali Oke-ite. Okwe na ibulu drug. Engocha ibulu drug. Kulie je obodo Igbo. Elu machine on the house boys. Okagwolo Oke-ite. You just see prison yards all over the world. Don't have people making a Jew. Then I know what Nazar Michael, Christian, Charles, Samuel, James, John, Nga. I've had energy memory to go no longer. Often on him office. And the ever one I found on Nugualon say that's the first thing I don't ever make camp. We have cleared 62 of such camps in Anambra. Ojezie make kidnapping and one in Anya Okada. Make kidnapping, make kidnapping or not a building foundation. I'm sorry, with all due apologies. On didn't the booze or a Makanya. So I will be there, below the Ogo. Ndị anaghị agwọlụfa Oke-ite a ụmụaka anyị na-edufu ụmụaka anyị niile, and we must bring an end to it. That's why January last year I will pass a law dị na-eme Oke-ite, dị na-eme eze nwanyị, dị na-eme nke a. Anyị fụkwaghị ka ị na-eme, of course mmadụ ịtọ na n'ime kịta ndị Oke-ite. Obodo megene now you will ịgwọkọcha ife niile na-agba iwunye ebe a mmiri eruru ọ na the other side, nwatakịrị apụta kụrụ mmiri na mosef echi asị na amarọ nke na-ayị ya. Nwere freedom of religion ọbịa ịmara nke na-eme ya, but don't interfere with others. Isi nọ na mmiri ịfụrọ mmiri ife ị na-agwọ kọma ife ama adịile ya egoro buta igoro buta ma dịse nnukwu ife a na-adọ nnukwu bọwela wajuo ya mmiri na anabeghị ịmara ife niile na imecha ị na-ene mmiri anya ịmara ife ị na-eme mmiri ebe a. Anyị fụkwaghị na awa river aka na-aba aghọrọ ofu aka. Ọ bụrụ na anyị chụta nsị na aja esi na ọnụ ụzọ gbara ịnọ ka ị ga-adọbịa, ịchụsịa ya kpọkọta ya baa na kọmpaụnd gị ijere ụka ụzọ ị ka nke ọzọ ụzọ agwa niile ịpụtakwa n'ilo ebe anyị ncha nwe ịdọba ya anyị kwụghị aka ịgbagota ọka bịa kọwaa.
The video that is going viral.
It's not my page that post the video.
And the law, you said you know about the law. Eh?
Yeah. I hear about the law about Oke-ite. I know they do since when I hear go to my page, you see nothing like that.
Okay, you know the you have already stopped
Yeah,
Oke-ite.
because they say Oke-ite do this, okay, I just stop it. But that Oke-ite, now we give them that name. Oke-ite will not be na name. Oke-ite na the same way. But now because of that one, they're there for court.
So, gentlemen, we are going to push for it. We must. So we want to see those things. Okay? We want to even see where you do these things. And then the evidence that what you're doing. And then even your shop. Okay? Where it is, and that is what the law says. And failure to get all these things, of course, you know the consequences. I will add you, also. So get the team ready. We'll investigate him first. As at this point, yeah.
Come this way. Come. Where did you go? Come.
I have witness.